Hey guys, so I'm gonna wait a few minutes and see if anybody comes on. It is the middle of the day. It is almost 1 o'clock here on the West Coast, so 4 o'clock on the East Coast, so hopefully some people pop on. I did not post that I was gonna go live. This is super random. I have some time before I have to go back to work, so I thought I would get on here and give you guys some updates on what's going on with legislation in our area. I haven't posted anything. Hey guys, I have not posted anything. Let me make sure I can't see any comments if you guys have messaged me at all. Show chat. Yes, I do want to show chat. Can you guys leave a comment just so I know if it's working or not? No. Hey, Ann. Okay, cool. Now I can see. Okay. I don't ever use like YouTube Live. Okay, there we go. On my cell phone, I usually use it on my laptop, so I forgot how to use some of these features. Nice to meet you, honey. Nice to meet you too. So yeah, I wanted to come on here and talk to you guys about legislative stuff. I talked about on my past bill. We were working on trying to get a bill passed in Washington State, which would be a post-conviction. Hey Noreen. We were working to try and get a post-conviction review board passed in Washington. And just to update you guys that don't follow like the Washington group, the bill already got killed off. So, we just have to submit that next January. So. But it's cool though, because every year that we have submitted, like tried to get this type of bill passed, we've, gotten further and further. And gosh, I think that's been since 2016 was when I started working with Washington Can. So this is like the 4th year. I want to say the 4th year. Comatose until next session, not dead. Okay, cool. So yeah, so that's what's going on with that bill. There are some other bills, I believe, that are still in legislation. I just haven't been following it much lately. But if you guys have questions about any of those ones, I can find out some information on it and post it here. So yeah, life update. Started working in Olympia, so I drive about 45 minutes, like about 50 minutes each way to work. Which isn't that bad, but like this morning I woke up, it was snowing and there was about 2 to 3 inches of snow on the ground. So that was a fun little drive. But I'm out and about. My job is like out in the community, like on the streets. So I'm literally like driving around all day, going from one office. We have 3 locations in Olympia. So I've been going from one office to another office today because it's Friday and it's the end of the pay period. And so making sure I have everything turned in and meeting clients and stuff like that. And I have an assessment in an hour, so I have to get back in probably like a half an hour. I have to leave. But yeah, just like a lot of life changes. That I keep getting like these auto insurance companies that have been like constantly obsessively calling me. I have one company that's called me like 10 times today so far, and I tried blocking their number and they keep trying to call me. But yeah, that's one of the things. I'm getting a new car probably like in a week. It's not brand new. It's like 3 years old. But it's new to me. It's like, I haven't had a new car like that in several years, probably like 6 years, 5 or 6 years. So I'm excited about that. My car isn't bad, but it's just starting to have issues because of high mileage and stuff. So I'm excited to have something that's stable and I can trust, that's not going to break down on the side of the road. So that's cool. Other than that, yeah, the quarter ends next week. I believe it's next week, I have like my last exam, and then I have like a week off or 10 days off, and then spring quarter starts. And I just registered for summer quarter too, but I'm only taking one class for summer, so it's not too bad. But anyway, if you guys have any questions, let me know, or if you just feel like chatting, you can leave a comment below. I just never get the chance to like go live on here or post videos, because by the time I get home, like I eat dinner, my husband calls, I'm working on homework stuff, and then I'm, you know, by that time I'm just like done with the day. So yeah, I'm trying to get on here like in the very seldom moments that I have available to get on here. And I wish YouTube told me who was actually watching, so I know who. Bye, Noreen. Enjoy your warm weather. It's like 36 degrees and not snowing right now, but it was snowing earlier. So anyway, yeah, life has been kind of crazy. I just same car insurance company that they just called me like 30 seconds ago. They just tried calling me again. I decided to stay in Port Orchard at my mom's house while I bought this new car, so I can pay it off probably by like October, November. So it'll be completely paid off. I won't have to worry about that. Have my credit card paid off, literally have everything paid off before I make like the move out here to Olympia. I figure that's probably the most like pragmatic thing to do, just so I don't have any debt or any major bills, you know, that I need to pay off, along with like rent and stuff like that. So it's a good opportunity, like while I have the option to do that. So, I mean, it is what it is. It's not too bad. I'm gone, you know, during the day. I don't get home till like 5:30, 6 o'clock at night. And, you know, like my mom, she's retired, so she'll be watching TV in the living room, and she'll make dinner and stuff like that. And, you know, I do my thing and play with the dogs and hang out with them when I get home. And yeah, so it's not bad. I'm still drinking caffeine, for those of you guys that saw my video about drinking caffeine after 14 years of not drinking it, like at all. I haven't been drinking it as much, but I drink it like a little bit here and there. Most of it, like most of the time when I drink it, it's like, this is like a chai tea. So chai tea has black tea in it, which does have caffeine in it, but it has like way lower amount than like if you were to go to Starbucks and get like a, you know, frappuccino or something. Hey Kim, how are you doing? I haven't talked to you in forever. But yeah, it's a lot less caffeine than if you were to go get like any sort of, I don't even know what Starbucks drinks are now, like Americanos or whatever they are. It's a lot less caffeine, so it's a lot less likely to affect me with my anxiety and that sort of thing. And it's weird for me in caffeine. I kind of want to try coffee to see if it actually increases like my energy and like wakes me up. I don't know. I'm sorry to hear that. Well, hopefully it's something that you guys can work through. But yeah, it's less likely to like affect my anxiety. But I do want to try coffee and see if it like actually wakes me up, because I feel like even when I drink a little bit of caffeine, like the chai tea, it makes me tired more than it like keeps me awake and like makes me alert. So it doesn't help with like energy levels and stuff like that. But yeah, and I don't ever want to like drink energy drinks. I'm like definitely staying away from those like completely. So anyway, I'm sporting the San Francisco Giants hoodie today. It's Friday, so, and I'm like outside, like honestly, like I'm driving around or I'm like out in downtown, so I don't have to dress up for work, which is like one of the best parts of my job. It just makes me feel like he's never gonna change. That sucks. So did he relapse, and like has he used since he relapsed, or did he like relapse, use one time and then like tell you about it and like he hasn't used since? Like, do you know if he's because I know they offer like NA and AA in most of the prisons, like probably all of the prisons. Do you know if he's like going to treatment or anything like that? while he's in there? That's got to be hard. Like, that's one of the things a lot of people ask me. Well, that's good. You know, like, relapse, I've heard like a lot of counselors say, oh, like, relapse is part of addiction, like part of recovery. And that's not the case. Like, it's not part of everybody's recovery, but it does happen like frequently, you know. It does. It happens frequently, like a lot. And, you know, he could have been been depressed in there, like going through something. Somebody like put it in his face. And when you're in a situation like that, not just in prison, but like being around other people that are using, and if you're, you know, trying not to use, you're in recovery, that's got to be one of the hardest things to do, is to not use, but like be forced to be in that environment. You know what I mean? Because I was talking to somebody yesterday about it, and she said, yeah, she said, most people that, it was a woman that like her job is to walk around downtown and talk to the homeless. And she said, most of the people I know that are doing good and that are getting treatment are people that move, like they're telling me that they're moving out of the area. And I told her, I said, when I like got off drugs years ago, like that's what I did. Like I was living in California, and like I like got out of the area, like I moved out of the area, and it was just like not being around those people that I was using with that like helped me tremendously, like, you know, not want to use and that sort of thing. But I think, and it also just depends on the person. Like, you know, some people, they can do it like staying in the same place. They just, you know, figure out ways not to associate with those people. But yeah, prison, like, you know, you're stuck in an environment. There's no way out. There's no way to move, you know, or get away. So they're kind of like, that's gotta be hard. Yeah, I don't know how I would deal with that if I were in that situation. Oh, so anyway, how's everything else going with you, Kim? How is life? This weekend, I actually posted on my Facebook, but I'm gonna be creating, what kind of job are you looking for? I'm gonna be creating, like, not prison wife related, but like a weight loss, like nutrition type group. It's gonna be on my Facebook, but it's not gonna be like in a prison wife group like I did with past groups, how I had subgroups. It's just gonna be off my Facebook, and I already have like quite a few women that like messaged me and told me they were interested. So let me know if you're interested, and I can definitely add you to it. And it doesn't have to be weight loss. It could just be nutrition, like you know, healthy recipes, like talk about different dieting stuff, or I know people don't call it dieting now, but like keto and like, you know, calorie counting, like that's my big thing. And there's, you know, other different things that people use, but just like to keep, you know, help keep people accountable. And that's my biggest thing with working out. Oh wow, that's awesome. That's really good. I feel like this last week I've lost like probably only like maybe a couple pounds or 5 pounds or something like that, but I just started eating clean this week. I want to say like I'm on day 3 or day 4, but like today, so normally I like I'll get a salad, but I know how many calories are in it, and I'll bring like a protein bar and like yogurt, and like I'll have a bottle of water, and the only bad thing that I eat or drink is like I have a Pepsi like once a day. But like today, I went to Panera and I got like, you can get a soup and salad, and I got like it's like the smaller bowl of soup or whatever of clam chowder, and then I got like the half salad, and it's like a kind of like a Mexican salad. It's like a chili. It's got corn and peppers and stuff like that in it, and chicken. So I'm sure that had way more calories than I was like wanting it to have. But it was good. It was like really filling. It was probably way more filling than I wanted to eat. Like I probably shouldn't eat that much. But I mean, it was still a salad and it was still soup. At least it wasn't like tacos or, you know, anything fried or like unhealthy or anything like that. So, Are you doing the keto diet? I was actually talking to a guy that I work with, and he was telling me that he did the keto and he lost like 75 or 100 pounds or something like that. And we were talking about the sugar portion of it, because the keto, like, it's like no sugar, I think, and like really minimal carbs. And when I calorie count, I do really minimal carbs, but I've never tried to cut out sugar because, like, the things that I love have sugar in them. Ice cream and like Pepsi. Like, those are like my two vices. Like, I don't know, it just sucks. But I know, I would think, like, at first you probably had like a lot of cravings for sugar. Like, that probably would get me the most. But I think it's also like calorie counting. When you start minimizing your calories, like at night, you'll start craving, you know, food. And like, I did this last night. Like, I laid in bed and I was like, oh, like, I kind of want a cookie, because my mom had like these homemade peanut butter chocolate chip cookies. And I was like, I kind of want a cookie. I was like, should I get up and like get one? And then I like laid there and like contemplated it for like an hour, and I didn't get up and get it, which props to me. But I feel like if I try to cut out sugar, it's gonna be like that sort of a situation where I am probably gonna like super crave sugar and like have to like try and talk myself out of it, and it's probably gonna be really freaking difficult. So decisions. And then I always do the whole thing like on the weekends. I'm like, but it's the weekend. Like, yeah, so I was in Colorado for 2 months. I kind of moved out just to like clear my head, fresh start. I wanted to move there and see if I liked it. As far as living, because I heard the cost of living was a lot lower, and like they still had jobs in that area. And it wasn't like crazy far from here. But I got out there, like, it wasn't horrible, but like the cost of living was the same. So there was no difference there. And they didn't have like a lot of counseling jobs at all. Their qualifications for counselors are way different than Washington. So I would have had to transfer everything over, test through Colorado instead of Washington. And it was like a whole thing. Plus, obviously, I missed Kevin. You know, my family. I missed my dogs. I missed the green of Washington. And yeah, it was just really cold there. So I was there 2 months. I came back the middle of February. And so I've been back here like almost a month. Yeah, almost a month. But I got a job within, I think it was like a week or 2 weeks. Maybe like 2 weeks after I got back was when I actually got hired on to this job. So I had like 5 interviews like the first week that I was back here. So it was pretty crazy, but definitely cool. Yeah, so it was an interesting trip. I documented my trip. So I have a bunch of video clips on my phone. I'm in Northern California. When I moved. Kentucky? Why are you moving to Kentucky? Do you have family there, or? I lived in Tennessee for a while, but like I would never go back to the South unless like Kevin, like, you know, was out and like got this amazing job, or like I got an amazing job offer, and then like we decided that was like the best option. But yeah, I don't know. I just didn't care for the South too much. Like I did, but I didn't. Like I like the country. I grew up living in the country. But as far as the people in the South, they are way different than like, you know, people on the West Coast or people on the East Coast. Yeah, it's so different. Oh my gosh. But yeah, Kevin and I have talked about that a lot. Like, yeah, the cost of living is super cheap there. Kevin and I talked about that a lot. He's like when he gets out, because he's like, where do you want to live? And I said, well, we're going to be in Washington for a while until you're off probation or whatnot. So it's probably like where we're going to end up buying a house and all of that. And after that, like we can go wherever. And so like I mentioned California, because I have family down in California, a lot of family down in California. And we talked about moving out of the country, like going to Mexico, or, you know, going to, I don't know, Norway, you know, just like places that are way better than the United States right now. So anyway, I don't know, it's talk obviously, but like we won't know what's going to happen until he actually gets out. But crossing our fingers. For some reason, like I have a feeling that he's going to be out by 2021. Like that number is always stuck in my head, and I've even had dreams about that number. Like I've told him about all of this. So that's 2 years away, and we're in the middle of an appeal right now. He has an oral argument date, and that's coming up in like 6 weeks. And yeah, so hopefully he gets resentenced, and hopefully my dream comes reality and he's out in like 2 years. But anyway, it is 1:17. I have an assessment at 2 o'clock, so I am gonna head back to the office. I just wanted to come on here and chat for a moment. It looks like there's 5 people on. I have to go pick up my daughter. I'm glad I caught you live. Wish you the best with him. Thank you. Message me sometime on Facebook if you're on there. And if, you know, you want to join like the group that I'm going to create, it's like just going to be like weight loss stuff. I'm not going to do any more prison wife groups. Like, I had my first share of those groups for like 4 years. But yeah, just message me sometime. And I will talk to you all later, even the people that didn't message me. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you're not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and subscribe. I'm going to try and post more videos, but I talk about things from prison wife related things to legislative bills. My husband's like his appeals and stuff, I always document those. And then I do talk about like anxiety, PTSD, which I suffer from, chronic pain, which I suffer from, and all of that, you know, real life type stuff. So if you guys have any questions, go ahead and post it in the comment section. And if you want to see any videos, like any requests or whatever, post those as well. Or look me up on Facebook under Tammy Light. And I will talk to you all later. Have a wonderful, fabulous day. All right, bye guys.